strong with the Force you are, young Padawan.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back. Unfortunately, we are back. I know you guys get sick of us.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, you guys get tired of us. I know. It's the hair. It's the hair for me. But welcome back to the Scavolitano Show, guys. We are the Scavolitano crew, and we are here. Unfortunately. We're breaking down the Book of Boba Fett, Chapter 7, the season finale. We have our mixed reviews online already. And before we start this amazing breakdown of the breakdowns, please subscribe down below to the YouTube channel, The Scavolitano Show, for more fun unboxings, reactions, breakdowns, sexiness, awesomeness, omeganess, groguness, ahsokaness, and all that fun, so Jessiness, awesome. Yeah! So be kind to one another, and let's start. But before we start, we have a very special guest joining us right now, all the way from Los Angeles, California. Rick, Star Wars Rick is back.
About time.
Hey guys!
Damn, stranger! What's up?
Hey, man.
That was so. Do you like my entrance? I did a great entrance. I know.
It's so nice seeing you guys. I missed you guys.
Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me, you peasant.
No.
Look, we got to send him something. He's got a blank wall in the back.
I know.
Need some decorations back here. Some Black Series, perhaps. But I just got back from errands. there was a little bit of a mix-up with the timing, but you know what? I'm glad I'm here.
There you go.
We just started now anyway.
It's perfect. Okay.
There you go.
So, who am I going to start with? Because there's three of you, and Dom talks the longest. So I think I'm going to go with Rick first. to ask. Because Dom talks the longest out of all of us. So, Rick.
Yeah, I'm taking that as an insult. I'm going to click. Bye.
No.
I love you, Dom. Nothing but love for you, man. So, Rick, what did you think of the season finale of Book of Boba?
I liked it. You know, there's a lot of parts that I really liked, but I just felt like it was missing something, and
Me.
Yeah, and to me that was kind of a letdown. I don't know. I was just expecting like a big finale, at least, or like something to like leave us like hanging, right? But you know, we just got caught banned in the end. But there's a lot of great moments. One moment being like the Rancor. I mean, that was like vicious, just seeing him like Boba riding the Rancor at last and just terrorizing those machines. Another
robots.
Yeah, they're from Legends, right?
No, actually, it was in one book. It was in one. Those robots were in one book that they never really made it to screen. The first time on screen that they made it to.
Okay.
So
okay. Well, you know, so seeing things like that, like connections bringing back from Legends to, you know, to canon, and you know, seeing it in live action, it's pretty incredible. Another one of my favorite moments was like with Boba and Mando fighting side by side. Right?
Epic.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. But yeah, I just I feel like we needed more Boba. We needed more Boba in the end. I will say that. I don't know if you guys want to intervene and just kind of go off of that.
Kaitlyn, now you. Because Dom is itching. Dom's itching.
Let me get like 2 minutes in, Dom. Then it's all yours. All yours.
No, take as long as you want. Don't
Grab the reins. Okay, so I actually watched the episode today, so I wanted it to be fresh in my brain. I was tearing up, especially when we saw Grogu, and he had the Beskar armor on, so you know that he chose Mando, and I was like, I was. Oh my god. I had a feeling that was going to happen, but I ultimately was surprised. I was surprised that they chose that angle for him. But that part was adorable. And then, yeah, honestly, I thought the season finale was pretty good. For the most part, I was entertained. We saw Fennec Shan being a badass. We saw Boba and Mando coming together and working together as a team. And I love Mando. I love Din Djarin, excuse me. I love him to death. I really do. And this just like clarified that for me. I have a nickname for him, but it's probably not appropriate for YouTube, so I'm going to keep it to myself. And overall, it was a good season finale. There was a bunch of action. I'm excited to see more. I mean, this was a real eye opener for me in terms of Boba in general, because I knew some about Boba. I don't know as much about Boba as he does, but it was really cool to see him live action, and I was impressed with the Mandalorian episodes and the season finale. And Cad Bane, just goodbye. Like you're so,
We're done with
you're
you.
so old for Duro. Like it's time to go. Just go, and he did. So there we go.
Maybe.
There's my 2 minutes of
Maybe.
fame.
I
Your
don't think that's
turn.
the end of him. I don't think that's the end of him.
Oh,
we'll
just
see
die
again.
already.
I think we're definitely gonna see him again. I really thought I really thought when Fennec Shand came out and was talking to Boba, I thought Cad Bane was gonna say, "Oh, Fennec, like, why are you talking?" or something like that. Like, and mention Omega, drop her name. But I feel like they don't remember each other, or they just don't speak on behalves of each other. So that was a good part. I like Grogu, my son, then jumping to Din Djarin, his uncle. I died, and he was so happy. But I really wanted
Wait a
Grogu.
second.
Like he not
was his
the Force
uncle.
great in this. You know what?
not his
You know what,
uncle.
Caitlin? It's his uncle, Caitlin.
Mm-mm.
Uncle. Don't fight me. Don't fight me like I fight Rick.
His daddy.
Like
The spice.
I'm his father. I gave birth to him. I don't know how, but I gave
Somebody understands.
but I really want to see Grogu with a lightsaber. I didn't know.
Mhm.
I knew he wasn't gonna. I knew he wasn't gonna pick that path because then it would retcon Ben Solo, Kylo Ren being Luke's first student. So I knew that wasn't gonna happen. So I definitely knew he was gonna take the armor. But I really wanted him to use more of the Force. And as they were dying, like Boba Fett was getting shot, Mando was getting shot. Like I didn't want Freetown to come in at that moment. I wanted like Grogu just pop out and just start jumping side to side with the lightsaber. That would have been the best thing ever that they could have done that. But they didn't do that. They didn't write that in. They wrote Freetown. And then Cobb Van we knew was alive. You don't have to show us in the back to tank that. That's the end credit scene. You should have showed us.
He's gonna
something
get
coming
the
from-
Bucky
Yeah.
Barnes arm.
Yeah, he is. He's gonna get a new
robotic
arm. Or new something. But they should have showed something going else on in the galaxy, like what happened to Cad Bane, because in reality we saw him die on screen, but we don't know what happened to his body. You know, we really don't know what they did with it, so he could be still alive out there. I don't know, but they should have showed something climactic, like someone looking at a ship, a new villain, because in reality they ended just like the series finale. All right, we go back to normal. Let's Fennec, you want some melee run? Like, big guy, you want a melee run? Like, they just finished like that. So in reality, they shouldn't even be a season 2 because
There's a big guy right there.
There's the big guy. They ended it so like, okay, we're happy. Tatooine's a great place now. The kids can play out on the ground now. Like, they just ended it like that. But if they did an end credit scene, like with maybe Cad Bane still alive, or Kira out there, or Thrawn, or someone Omega, or someone that we haven't seen, oh my god, I would have punched my face in the screen. Like,
I
What
thought
about
Kira
a-
was going to come out.
What about Ahsoka? What would you have done if you were Ahsoka?
oh my god, Kayla, you don't know the things I would have done.
I'm such an instigator.
She really is.
I'm a problem over here.
But that's what I really want to see. The finale was good. It wasn't the best finale I've seen. The best parts were Mando and Boba fighting the Pikes together, flying through the jetpack. Of course, on the Rancor, we
cool.
wanted him to do on the Rancor. And in reality, I just want to be upset with those mod droid things. You shooting at the Rancor that just helped you fucking fuck up the Pikes. Are you serious? You're shooting at him because you climb in a building like King Kong. Really? And a man
He's destroying the town that you're supposed to.
Yeah, I
protect
thought the
and get
same
destroyed.
thing.
King Kong scene.
Like he literally just helped you kill all the Pikes, eat one, and like spit one out.
No, because now
And
he's
you're
going out
gonna
of control.
Yeah, and you're gonna shoot him, but in reality, I don't think he was gonna destroy anything, not the people, because I don't think so. I don't think they were a threat. But shooting at him, come on, man. He just helped you, and now you're gonna shoot him in the eye, really? And then Grogu, my son, came in and was like, "Bitch, you fall asleep." He fell asleep.
I take a nap.
And then-
I take a nap right here.
And then take a nap right next to him.
That was adorable, yeah.
Don, take it away. I'm done for the night.
Well,
Good time.
I definitely,
Let's take
Are
it
you
down
ready?
next to the Rancor.
Are
After
you
I put
ready?
him to
You got
sleep.
time?
No, I'm not ready. I'm definitely not ready. Should I go get some popcorn, Dom? How ready should I be?
I enjoyed it. There, move on. Nah,
What?
look,
That's it.
I
nah.
will be there. Oh my God, Caitlin.
Well, look, I
if Dom
enjoyed
just
it.
said that, if Dom just said, Dom, it's your turn, I just enjoyed it and that was it, I would have to end the show so early.
Yeah.
I got a
My
lot to
first time
say.
here. Good night.
Get ready. Well, look, I enjoyed it. I thought it was really entertaining. There's a lot of things that they could have kept out of it. You know, I still give it a high score. I give it a 9.5. You know, remember I don't give 10s. I give 9.5. So I enjoyed it because Boba Fett did go back to seeing him that he could be the badass that he should be, that we were supposed to see in the series. You know, and as for the Cad Bane situation, the showdowns were really cool. And I pointed out something when Boba Fett came out to talk to Cad Bane and said, "Oh, I thought I smelt something." So, and he goes, "Boba Fett, you get into it." I said the same thing about that with Omega and with all that stuff like that, but they didn't mention it. So I'm thinking that something that hasn't been showed yet or written yet, they met again before.
Boba and Cad.
Boba and Cad met again,
Yeah.
met before
course.
Mando. So there's another story with them that's going to come out, and it takes place after the Clone Wars, after the show, the scenes that they didn't show that might come later on. You know, I thought Cad Bane was really a cool villain because it's the Western feel. You know, the good, the bad, the ugly. You know, it's a movie that I really love because I love spaghetti westerns, and Robert Rodriguez has that spaghetti western type of feel that he does. And yes, his pacing is very slow, and there's a lot of things that they could have fixed and made it even better. The best part, you know, see, this is going to show you how old I am. There was a movie called Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Robert Redford and Paul Newman back in the early, the late 70s, early 80s, I believe. And the scene when Mando and Boba came out, that was basically what they did. They came out firing at the other bad guys, shooting people, which was really cool. And now, if you really think about it, Grogu coming back, Mando didn't know. That's why he told Boba, "I'll die with honor." And they said, "We'll die together. We'll go out there swinging." Knowing that if that would have happened, Grogu was back, he would have never known. But now, the problems I did have with the whole series, to be honest with you, was the things that weren't about Boba. You know, don't get me wrong. Episode 5 and 6 were fantastic episodes. But you're making a so-called Godfather mob type of show, and you have two things that really have nothing to do with Boba Fett. The Mando scenes should have been left for Mando season 3. The Mando reuniting with Grogu should have been left for season 3 because the stakes would have been higher and the reward would have been much better. You would have felt it more, because I think that Mando was going back the way he used to be and falling into that spiral. It should have been to the moment where he was like at the end of that Grogu came back, and it would have changed his whole perspective. But I understand Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, they were trying to do the series like the Clone Wars. Have you ever noticed the Clone Wars cartoon that they won't concentrate on the characters that they're talking about, but they'll have other characters and they'll show that? So they were trying to do that in live action. It was good, but what they promoted wasn't what we got.
I'm going to say this real quick, Tom, before you finish. I'm going to say this. They could do that. If the series was like Endor, if they're showing 12 episodes, yes, you could definitely do that with 12 episodes, do what they did with the Clone Wars. But you can't do a season, 7 chapters, and 2 of them are not even with Boba Fett in them. And then it takes away from the story, because in reality, we don't know what Boba
Exactly.
was doing in that time frame.
Look.
Then, if there was 10 chapters, I would understand, but there wasn't.
You know, that was the downside too, because it was only 7 episodes and they were like focusing on the characters. You know, don't get me wrong, the Mando episode was really cool with the Darksaber, learning about the Darksaber, learning about the the Purge of Mandalore, learning about all those things were fantastic, but that could have been another time. The training with Grogu could have been at another time.
Yeah.
You know,
I agree.
Those are the problems. But don't get me wrong. I love Boba Fett. You know, he wasn't exactly what I was hoping for the series, but we did get a payoff of what he showed in this last episode. You know, Cad Bane biting the dog. I thought it was pretty cool that he wound up killing Cad Bane with the gaffy stick.
That's good.
You know, he kind of, because it shows you how he changed, he evolved, and I understand he evolved as a character. You know, almost dying in the Sarlacc, coming out and realizing that you can't get by alone. A tribe, having a family, is basically his way of saying that that's what you need. Yes, I'm happy that Fennec, Fennec is badass, and I really like this show how they flushed her out as the badass as she is.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to say. I think we're going to get a lot of story with Fennec Shan moving forward, and I think she's going to wind up teaming up with Black K. I think they're going to be a team down the road, because I think Boba Fett eventually is going to go off and help Mando try to liberate Mandalore, and that's going to be coming, and we're going to see that. And look, Boba Fett's going to be in every show. They're going to put him in an episode here. You're going to have, and I think Boba Fett works better
With
if
people.
he's in less stuff.
Yeah.
You have him cool in a bed, like when he showed up in Mando and he was badass. That was cool. His series, because the way they utilized him and the way they made him out to be, a lot of people say that's not my Boba. Look, I'm not saying it's not my Boba. Look, I enjoy it. I like evolution. I like when characters change, and I like their story continues. But I wish I would have got more badass Boba Fett, where at least you want to be respected. You could be respected by the gun as well as being respected as trying to clean up the thing. When he was at the round table with all the guys in episode 6, he should have just told them, listen, it was episode 6, right? Yeah.
No.
Episode 4.
Episode 3.
That was 4, right?
4.
That was 3.
I think it was 4.
Well, anyway, make a long story short, he should have shot one of them and said, talk freely after you shot the guy. Any other questions? You talk freely. And the people are like, all right, you know what? You're crazy. But
They betrayed him at the end, though.
he had a good ending arc, but there was something, like Rick said, there was something missing. But like I said, I still give it a high score, 9.5, because Boba Fett had action. He comes out in a jetpack, they're freaking shooting. It was like a video game. They're up in the air shooting. That was really cool. And then one will fall, and the other will pick up each other, and it was really cool. Like their backs against the wall. And that was awesome. I love that. See, like I said, I love Westerns, and that's what Westerns are about. And I'm happy that they did this. We got something with Boba Fett, because after not seeing him do anything for the whole series,
Right.
kind of like, it's really refreshing that they did that. And yes, it may not have been the series that people were expecting and people wanted, but it was still enjoyable. Whatever they did, they put the characters in there. They put Luke. You got to see the de-aging deep fake that looked really good. That what the future is going to be. We're going to have all the characters.
That was beautiful.
Which there's still some faults, but I think they're going to get better. Just think about it. In the not so distant future, we're going to get Luke, Han, and Leia together again on the screen.
I thought that's what we're going to get at the end. I thought that was going to be like...
Well, I actually thought that the end credit scene was going to be Han and Leia dropping off Ben Solo at Luke's school, because Ben is actually Luke's first student.
Yeah.
Because
that would have been a way better cliffhanger, finale.
But the cliffhanger was
Right.
Cobb Vanth. Look, Cobb Vanth, I love Cobb Vanth. I think he's an awesome character, and
I like him.
Same.
and he's
I
going to
agree.
be the lead. If they do the Rangers of the New Republic, he's going to be the head of the Rangers of the New Republic, because a lot of people did not get that Easter egg in the last episode with his belt. He has the Republic symbiote on his belt, like when Cara Dune got the badge in the episode. So there's going to be a lot of things in the future, and the things that we're getting, like I said, we got a bunch of new characters, but we got some cool characters. Black K, definitely. You know, he is going to be the new Wookiee. He's going to be the new Wookiee. You know, we had Chewbacca for so long. You know, now we could have another Wookiee that's going to be definitely part. That opens his door for Dr. Aphra down the road, because Dr. Aphra was partners with him. So there's going to be a lot of story with that. But I'm not going to go off on all these different tantrums. 9.5. I enjoyed the series. I wish there was more. It was definitely disappointing that there wasn't more, and definitely disappointing that we only got 5 episodes in the arc of Boba Fett redemption and who he was. I'm just hoping that we'll see a book down the road. Well, Bad Batch season 2 might be the second confrontation between Boba Fett and Cad Bane, because he did have the metal thing on his head when he got hit. So at least you know the connection to the cartoon is still there from Bad Batch. That you know he did get shot in the head. So, and right. I don't think Cad Bane's dead. I think that red button on his chest was signaling Toto, his droid, which I was very surprised that he didn't show up. You know, but like I said, I'm happy. Come on, you had Boba Fett riding a fucking Rancor.
that was pretty decent.
You know,
point.
That was pretty cool. You know that, and then you get him fighting robots, so it's like Godzilla versus Mecha Godzilla type of thing that you were getting in that. You know, and that was badass. You know, Mando was badass with the Darksaber trying to break through the shield with the Darksaber. I thought that was pretty cool. I thought that Boba was going to pick up the Darksaber, which would have been really cooler, because we would have had a new hot toy with the Darksaber, which he is getting that. He's going to get the Darksaber when I get my Mando with the Darksaber. I'm giving it to Boba. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mando.
What?
I'm sorry, Mando is a ripoff of Boba. I gotta say, because Boba was the first Mandalorian before.
But you see, in this show, I just feel like they're giving more respect to Mando. Just like I feel like he stole the show.
You know why? Because it's Disney's creation. Look, I'm gonna tell you this. I have no problem with Disney has in store for Star Wars, but they should respect the legacy characters for the people who are fans from the beginning.
Yes.
The legacy characters should always play the best parts and tribute to what Star Wars is about. You can make all the brand new characters for other people, and like I said, I would never. I'm not a big fan of the sequel trilogy, but I'm not gonna knock it, because there are kids out there that love that, and those kids definitely deserve to have their Star Wars. And I'm always gonna say that, because little girls love Rey, and I'm not gonna tell a little girl that Rey sucks. No, they love Rey, and Rey is their hero, and I'm happy that they have their Star Wars. Like the people with the prequels, they have their Star Wars. I have mine. Everybody has their own Star Wars. But what Lucasfilm has to realize and do, legacy characters, they should never shit on them. And some ways they did shit on Boba, the way they brought it, the way they did things, and they could have did so much better with the character. But moving forward, I know that they have other plans and things, and Disney wants to make their own legacy with their own characters. You know, they want to phase out the legacy characters, which is wrong. Like, I'm happy that Luke is coming back, you know, with this de-aging, deep fake stuff, which is awesome. It's kind of freaky, but at least we're going to get stories that we never thought we'll get in our lifetime. And moving forward, you know, we have Obi-Wan Kenobi series, which I have
25th.
Look, I have high hopes for it, but you know what? The best way for everybody not to have high expectations for none of these shows, because then you'll have a disappointment at the end, because so much. Oh, Han Solo showing up, Kira's showing up, Bosca's showing up, all the bounty hunters are showing up. This is showing up. That show. and none of those things happened except Cad Bane showing up,
Yeah.
and no one expected Black K to be in it. That was a surprise.
Did not expect him. Did not expect him at all.
Nope.
Because they're pulling from the Vader comics for that.
I know, and that's awesome because if you're going to do that, the other characters that are in it will definitely get playtime down the road. That's what I like. And
can't wait.
Cobb Vanth is from the books, from the novels, Aftermath novels.
Okay, that's right.
But you know what? They can just like retcon the stuff from the comics because as we saw Yoda's
And
lightsaber, right?
They did with Kanan in the beginning of Bad Batch, the cartoon.
They did.
Right. Yeah, that was the first moment.
And also, they changed the Cobb Vanth story from the novels too, and the Ahsoka story with the Siege of Mandalore.
Yep.
They changed that. So they're not guaranteed to go strictly from what the book's about. You know, they'll change things here and there. That's why I really think that there's a possibility we might get a reimagination of friggin' Obi-Wan versus Darth Maul. You might see that. You might see that story break out in live action.
We could see that again.
So we don't know, but at the end of the day, I'm happy. You know, Boba Fett will always be a big part of my life, and
don't cry, Dom. It's okay. He didn't die, Dom. Don't worry. He didn't die. He's still alive.
You know what? Look, I actually had a theory too about if Boba Fett died.
I thought he was going to die, though. I thought Kevin
Din Djarin took his armor and wore it with respect, and gave his armor to Cobb Vanth.
I can see that.
You know, but
I'm the crime
Cobb
lord now.
Din Djarin is a follower of the creed, and if you don't follow the creed, you're not worthy for the armor. So that's Din Djarin's philosophy, and I'm surprised when he was not a Mandalorian no more that he was told to go, take your helmet off. You're not a Mandalorian anymore. Just do your own thing. Why go back to the same thing you were doing? Just do bounty hunting, and then do what you got to do. But the Book of Boba Fett, I'm hoping for a series 2 somewhere down the road. If they do, because you have a couple of stories that they actually can work on, and the Mace Windu angle is definitely a big story.
I'm hoping for that one.
So let me ask you a question real quick. Grogu, who do you think saved him? You think R2-D2 saved him? Because when he was looking, he was inside of R2-D2 looking at the guys getting killed in Order 66. And that's why when he saw R2, he was all excited. Because R2 took him and opened himself up and put him inside to hide him.
Okay, I'm going to say this about that. First, I'm going to say how cute was my baby driving that X-Wing. Adorable. He couldn't even reach the pedals. Well, it was on autopilot. R2 was
it was on
he could.
Don't ruin it.
Don't ruin it, guys. Why can't
Chris is like not in here.
First with Omega being a Palpatine from Bad Batch, and now this. Like, can't I just have my happiness?
Still believe
Fuck you, Rick.
Listen,
really good.
Not for anything. Did you see when Peli fell and she lost a tooth? I like that because Boba Fett got hit in the face with freaking Black K's knuckles. Did not lose any teeth. She fell on the floor and a tooth flew out. I like that detail.
She really did. So going back to your question, Dom, if you look at that scene very closely, you see Barriss Offee's sign right there if you zoom in. But
Baron Offee, she's the one that bombed the temple, and she was
there. So she was gone.
But
in reality,
coming in the Ahsoka series.
Yeah, she is coming, rumored. But if she really saved Grogu, and just say she did, I'm not saying she did. I really do. In my opinion, I really don't know who really saved Grogu from you.
There's three people: Mace Windu, Offee, or R2-D2. That's it. I don't think anybody else.
Are you sure about
Anakin,
that?
It can't be Mace. No, it can't be Mace. Mace, I feel like he's not even.
I think Mace.
Nowhere near.
Yeah, I think
near the
Mace.
temple.
Mace wouldn't have time. I really think Mace flew out the window, and I think whatever happened in that sequence.
Wouldn't
I don't
have
think
time.
he died. I
He
don't.
was
yeah,
flying out of a window.
No, I don't think he died. No, I don't think he died. I think he just. I really feel like we said last episode, he fell out the window. He cut himself out from the forest because in reality, he would have to go out the window. He goes out the window and then go back into the temple. Now, meanwhile, Anakin is still in the temple, so it would be like a showdown
Yeah, but
versus
Anakin was in the temple, but he was still in Palpatine's quarters, chambers. So if he would have fell, he could have like crawled, like maybe like the vehicles that are going by, just like Anakin did in Attack of the Clones, where he held himself, and when he drops, the force,
force stop.
Exactly, did that even though he was in pain, because remember, he's one of the strongest Jedis.
He is.
So you never know. He could have did that, got back in. And look, the story's going to come out. I think Mando season 3, or in the Ahsoka series, you might see it. Because maybe let's see. That's the thing. I think those stories should be set up for the Mandalorian story. Don't put those stories in other stories. Like the problem I had, like I said, with the series is that they did too much, and it didn't connect to the point where it should have connected. But if you're doing a story of a crime lord trying to become the new crime lord of Tatooine, you would have bounty hunters. Look, they missed opportunities. Who would have thought that the Tusken Raiders were going to come in? I thought the Tusken Raiders were going to come in and save the day.
I thought so too.
I thought that would have been a big add. More bounty hunters. You only hire Cad Bane, and I understand they don't have the budget that they filmed Mando with. Their budget was much smaller than Mando's, and the money, all that money with that Rancor stuff, they could have took that Rancor stuff and did something different with that. It basically that took away from other opportunities. But like I said, I'm not knocking the series. I'm very happy. 9.5. I gave it because, and I gave it 9.5 because it is a scene with him and Din Djarin fighting side by side in that one scene, that whole Western trope type of a thing that they did. I love that. That's
pretty dope.
So, but the funny moments, the comedy is a little.
Yeah, that Twilight. Someone's got to kill that Twilight.
I actually thought that was funny when he came out, and Boba Fett's poetic thing says the dead bodies will wash on Tatooine, and the tulips will grow again. Like he wrote all that. That's how fast he wrote.
Yeah,
that was funny. I like that.
I really like Polly. I really starting to like her. It's like, hi, handsome face. You're behind me. Polly's got you. I like Polly. I like her.
She's
she's a fun character.
She's hilarious.
She's hilarious. Yeah. But let me ask you something.
But I just got to tell you guys something before Dom starts talking. Jawas are very furry. That's all we need to know.
Furry.
Very furry.
No. When she made that comment, I was like, what?
I can see Din Djarin's in his helmet go like this. Are you kidding me? But you know what?
No, but she's gonna date the Twi'lek now.
I know she's funny, but I think it's a little too much for Star Wars.
Yeah,
I like her. Sorry,
her character is good.
I like her too.
I like her too. But I just like Star Wars is. If you notice, the shows is a lot more comedy in the shows than it's in the movies and stuff like that.
I think there's too much talking in Star Wars. There needs more and more boom, boom, boom.
Well, political. I like the political thing in Star Wars with the Trade Federation from Phantom Menace. I like that stuff.
Chris, you mean pew pew pew?
Yeah, like
pew, pew,
pew. Like when the Twi'lek was talking to Boba, and Boba was like, "Yeah, let me sign my treaty." I was like, "We have time to sign a treaty right now." I would be out there killing all the pikes. What are we doing here? There's too much yapping. Just start shooting.
Right.
Like Boba's like, "Yeah, let me write out my thing. Let me write it out." What are you talking about? You're gonna write it out? Just go out there and just start killing, or just have a plan and. We don't care what you're writing out. And the Twilight, very well, I will go out there as a Miss Maiden. Oh, my fine sir.
But you know what?
Get
But
the fuck off my screen.
that I actually thought that part was pretty cool. I liked what Boba Fett wrote, and he came out there, and I knew that Boba
That was
Fett
a
was something
distraction.
stupid. I wrote something to waste time, and he was like, I like when he goes, "How much you guys want to pay?" He goes, "Oh, keep reading." He's like he was scared. I like that, but you know what? Look, at the end of the day, this is what we're getting, you know, and this Disney Plus is trying to make these shows, and what you get in these shows, basically, are not they're not going to complicate the viewer from watching these shows. Yes, if you watch Star Wars, but they're making them like standalone where you can watch it and you don't have to watch all of Star Wars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Individual stories. Like, yeah, we all know Boba Fett survived. Watch Return of the Jedi, where he fell in, and then you watch when he gets out. And you're caught up to where Boba Fett is. And you can read comic books or novels or whatever he's in. You know, but like I said, I enjoyed it. You know, the knocks on it, that things could be done differently. And if you have a certain budget and you have a certain, you have to hold back on things because Disney Plus, you can't do a lot of stuff that you would like. It's not look, what made me laugh is that you try to hold back on some violence, but the Bryce Howard episode when he had the freaking darksaber cutting down those guys in the freaking meat market. That's the most violent Star Wars you've ever seen.
And then at the end of this episode, Fennec Share was hanging the mayor from the wall.
Oh, that's awesome.
And like, just I was like, my God, Fennec.
I thought that was
And then she
cool. That
stabs,
was
she
so
stabs
cool.
the leader.
We need more of that, honestly.
And you see her knife. It's got green blood on it.
Yeah, she wasn't talking.
But how
Go right and kill him.
Look, I think Fennec Shan is a fantastic character, and I love what they did. I love her character development as a character. And moving forward, I want to see her character evolve even more. And it's kind of funny. I like when what's the name? Drac, the girl, one of the pod riders, says thank you. She goes, manners. I like that. And she took off. I like that. She's badass. Fennec Shan. There she is.
There she
Did
is.
you see the new Fennec Shan Valentine's Day pop?
No,
No, I didn't see that. Oh, they dropped it.
It dropped, but they didn't say where it's coming yet. Where if it's a Hot Topic or if it's a Target or Walmart. It's her holding a heart. So.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Yeah. Well, I got the Mando. Says to Grogu. Grogu love Mando.
I got the Ahsoka one.
I got the Ahsoka one too.
Of course.
Oh, I also got
that's my sister right there.
I got this one.
I didn't get Grogu eating the cookie because
I got the
cookie.
the Funko Shop.
Oh, the Bo-Katan one.
I like that one.
The reason why I bought I buy all the Mandalorians, so I like the Mandalorian. So even though it's pretty pink, you know,
it's your color, Dom. It's for you. There it is.
It
brings out my eyes, right?
Perfect. There it is.
I can see it.
Yeah. They have the 4-pack that's from UK, the Diamond Collection. I actually think I'm gonna pick it up. So
I saw that.
But yeah.
I do want to say, I think with like the future of these Star Wars shows, you know, yes, they're trying to make everything for like the entire audience, right? But I think what Lucasfilm should really do is like be really sensitive with how they portray these like old school characters that, you know, we know and love. And I just feel like, I don't know, I just feel like they didn't do right with Boba. I mean, the stuff we got on the show alone, like amazing stuff. Episode 5 and 6. Love seeing, you know, the background of like Mandalore. Love seeing Luke and Ahsoka.
Those 2 episodes top the rest of the series.
Yes, they did. Sorry.
Because they did. And then you know, then we get you know, just more background of like where Boba came from. That was nice. But like we didn't see more of like current stuff happening. So that's why it kind of just felt like short altogether.
I
agree, Rick.
I feel like if you're directing, you have to know Star Wars. Like, you put Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau in 2 episodes of the Book of Boba, and they were the best episodes, right?
Favreau wrote the series. It's it's the writers and the directors. Now, if you watch the Dark Side crew on Sunday, they talk about the writers and directors. Listen, these guys are supposed to know. Look, Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni love Boba Fett.
Yes.
Why do it this way?
Yeah.
Look, you don't think this series is over? Look, I'm still saying the series is done because there were problems with the Mandalorian. With Pedro Pascal and all that stuff like that because of the helmet on, the helmet off type of thing, and there was a lot of problems in the Disney front. But this was put there just in case Mandalorian season 3 took forever to make. Now it's going to be dropping in Christmas, which the word on the street, the first episode is going to drop in December, which is actually really cool, like the Book of Boba Fett did. So
yeah,
it's going to the first episode and then go into 2023 with the rest of the season. But yeah, like I was saying, the legacy characters should get special attention. And
yes,
look, and like I said, I understand what they're doing, but I don't understand. They want new viewers. People don't like Boba Fett. People don't like the Mandalorian. People like Palpatine. People like Vader. People like Han Solo, Luke. Everybody has their character, but anybody that's legacy character, that's a Republic. Anybody that's a legacy character, there should be more, more correction to the point where more respect to those characters.
Absolutely, and I think with Luke is their golden child. Star Wars is golden child, Luke, and they make Luke like I don't like Luke. I have no issue with Luke. He's not my favorite character. I love Anakin. Anakin's my favorite Skywalker. He is my favorite because I have in the story with the Clone Wars, like the 3 movies didn't do Anakin justice at all in those 3 movies. I'm saying it right now. Revenge of the Sith is my favorite movie, but in those movies, and what in hell Darth Vader is and how he turned to Darth Vader. In the Clone Wars, you see that. You get that story. Just like with Luke. People say 4, 5, and 6 are the best drawn-out stories of Luke. In reality, I don't see it. I don't. But Luke is Star Wars' golden child. They will do anything to make Luke Skywalker the best character of Star Wars ever. And that's what they did for
but you see
episode 6, right? 6? Yeah, 6. That's what they did. And when he came back in the Mando, they made him look better.
Look, the problem is with Star Wars, they definitely friggin' they step up. They how do I say they keep bringing back the same characters.
Yeah,
there's a vast amount of characters out there that they can use. They're afraid that people. I'm gonna say that Star Wars fans are the most toxic fans out there when it comes to a genre. Because they'll get on you. They'll harass the actors and actresses that portray characters, and they have nothing to do with it. They're getting paid just to play a character. The sequel trilogy really left a bad taste in everyone's mouth. And like I said, there were so many things that they should have did that they didn't, that ruined those characters and ruined that series. Not having the 3 of them on screen one last time. Yeah, it was unfortunate that Carrie Fisher passed, but they could have made The Force Awakens, had them all together.
Yeah.
At the end, they got together at the end. Now we're gonna get some stuff. We're gonna get stuff now, but you're trying to put stuff out there. Do the characters justice. Like people look. Like I said, when Robert Rodriguez came out and said, this series over delivers, all killer, no filler.
He lied.
All these things, people were like, "Oh my god, this is going to be awesome!" And then they get the first 3 episodes, and they get the Mod Gang. You get the Bacta Tank flashbacks. You get the Power Ranger Mod Gang, and then the next 2 episodes have nothing to do with Boba Fett. And then so. I don't know what they're doing at Lucasfilm to do that. Well, the only thing I could think of is that they were trying to do what they do in Clone Wars cartoon. The way they did things, that they had separate arcs, but you don't do that for like 7 episodes. You don't do that for 5 episodes. You do that for like maybe 12 episodes. Like Andor.
Yeah.
Andor right now, they're not talking about. No one's saying anything. That's going to be the sleeper hit.
Probably.
Because
And they're already renewed for season 2, and they didn't even come out with.
They said it's season 3 possibly too. So think about this: if you go into these series without expecting anything and you keep your expectations low, you definitely feel much better because you won't get disappointed when it turns out. Look, I'll be honest with you. The guys on the other show, they have no faith in Obi-Wan. The one guy, Marco, has no faith. He's saying, he says, listen, he goes, he was upset. Look, you got to be upset. Like, I don't disagree with anybody says. I keep it positive because I love Boba Fett. But there are a lot of things that I'm very upset with that I wish they would have did so much better. There's so many things that they could have did. You could have had one episode where Boba Fett went ballistic. And then the rest of the series, he could have been calm, sitting back, and just taking the back seat for a little bit, and people would have been satisfied. But the flashbacks, you could have made that a 2-hour, like they said last night, we could have made it a 2-hour movie and had that. And cut out the 2 episodes that were good, put the whole thing together, and have it like that. And people would have been probably, maybe get the same result, but people would have been satisfied because you had all 4 episodes, made a 2-hour movie, cut out some of the crap that was in it, and move on. And then you put Boba Fett in the series.
I think they should have replaced those 2 awesome episodes, wonderful Star Wars content again, but just added more to Boba's story, him being a crime lord, trying to achieve that with respect. And I feel like it's interesting you said, Dom, that you said some people don't like Boba. I think they pressed the safe button on this, and they're like, Mando Grogu. That's it.
Yeah.
And
then even at the end of the episode, Boba was to Fennec Shand, we're not suited for this. We're not we're old for this.
So
what are we even doing?
What are you even trying to achieve?
They're so that's why I said
I actually
in reality they go back to Tatooine and they live a happy long life.
Look, Boba Fett will always be a killer. No matter what.
No, he's soft
Cad
now.
Bane had it right. He's a stone cold killer. He's like his dad.
Soft now.
And like I said, didn't I tell you from the beginning that Boba Fett was evolving into something different? He wanted to get past his father's shadow. And him killing Cad Bane kind of took him back, made him better as a person. I actually think what's going to happen is that Boba Fett in Legends made the Boba Club. He had his own clan, the Fett clan, when the Yuzan Vong came in, and so his story is still going to continue. But I think they put Boba Fett in the series to brush out new characters, to world build, and they did that with introducing the Major Domo, the guy that nobody likes, the accountant to the mayor. He's going to be around. Pelly is going to be around, and I think they're going to wind up hooking up because they're going to be together. That's going to happen, and Mando's story is going to continue. Boba Fett and Fennec Shand. Me personally, I think Boba Fett is definitely going to do his own thing. I think there's more story for him to happen. I think Fennec Shand is going to wind up teaming up with Black K, and they're going to have stories moving forward. Because look, everybody can't get a spinoff. So if you see at the end of the episode, everybody stand together, all happy and this and that, that's going to be the group right there. That's the every time they have a Boba Fett show or something, those characters will be in it. They'll have their own stories and do their own things. But I still think Boba Fett still has fight left in him. I don't think he's just going to sit back. There's going to be a lot more threats. You got the Black Sun. You got Crimson Dawn. You got the Yuzan Vong or the Chiss, whatever you want to, call them. The Grease, whatever they gave a new name. They're not the Yuzan Vong anymore. Is it the Chris? I don't know. Can't think of the name. But anyway, there's a lot of story left.
I think definitely we're going to see Boba in the future, and I think this show opened up a lot of new openings for future of Star Wars content. But yeah, I'm a little unsatisfied. Yes, I'm happy with the stuff of Star Wars that we got, but it was just kind of an unusual show. Like, coming from flashbacks to going to not even seeing Boba, and then like not even like left with like a
but I think that's what we're gonna get for now. I think that's what we're gonna get from now on. I really think all the series coming up are gonna be flashbacks. I really definitely think the Obi-Wan Kenobi series is gonna have Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi in the Clone Wars outfits. We're definitely gonna flashback.
And you're gonna have a young Ahsoka.
Yeah,
gonna be big.
Oh my god! I'm gonna get my fists ready so fucking hard and just go. Oh my! I'll die. I'll kill myself. I'll kill myself right there if I see a young Ahsoka. With Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor, I'll fucking lose it. I really lost it when she shut up with Luke. Do you want me to lose it again? Holy shit. Snips and Sky Guy? And they say Snips and Sky Guy? Oh my god, it's like a fucking fiesta over here.
Look, let me tell you something. Look, there's going to be flashbacks. He's going to meditate. He's going to be meditating. Flashbacks. They're going to have Sabine, what's her name? The Duchess. Duchess Sabine.
I love that.
You're going to have her. Flashback with her. Maul, you're going to have a flashback with. You're going to have a flashback with, with Anakin and Ahsoka. And I think the villains are going to be the Inquisitors with the leader of the Inquisitors is going to be that's going to be the main guy. And
the main Inquisitor, Grand Inquisitor.
The main Inquisitor. You're going to have him, and Vader is going to come later on. And if they have, look, see, it's another thing. You want to add new stuff in the lore, but you take away old stuff. Them meeting up in this series is going to take away from Vader and Obi-Wan in New Hope. The anticipation when they met after so long. But if you take it a different way and listen to what Vader said, Vader never left Obi-Wan.
Yeah. Anakin never left Obi-Wan.
On friggin' Mustafar. So they probably met each other down the road. Like 10 years, like they do that. They have to do it right. Deborah Chow, I have a lot of faith in her because she had a couple of good episodes with Mando, and shit, man, they should get friggin' Bryce Howard to do that.
I know she'll be good.
She knows Star Wars, and they should give her a project. They really should.
Definitely. Even down the road for the Ahsoka series that's going to come out, start filming in April. Even the Ahsoka series, like we're going to see flashbacks of Ahsoka, Thrawn, Ezra. Like we're going to see where Thrawn's been since last time we saw him in Rebels. But in reality, you should do an animation show. I still stand by animation because you can do so much with animation.
How cool,
you can't do it.
I'm sorry. How cool would it have been if they would have friggin' had an end credit scene
with Thrawn?
And Thrawn, like I told you, Thrawn turns around like Thanos, and he's sitting there, and they're talking to him. He turns around, and it ends, and you get your first look at Thrawn. Yo, dude, the series would have took a different turn. People would have said, "Holy shit!" You did not have to show Cobb Vanth in the bantha tank.
Yeah,
because they made him sound like he died. If you notice, when I'm sorry about he was gunned down in cold blood. He didn't die. He got shot in the shoulder.
Yeah. The guy was like, "Yeah, he didn't make it."
Yeah. So they could have did something different.
Kayla, I can't hear you.
He's a liar.
There you go, Kayla.
So that's why I'm thinking that could have been so much better. You would have opened the door for the next show. Had something else. The next show is going to be Obi-Wan, but for future things that people look.
That's what I was expecting for them to do in these shows, like just kind of like keep us going. I feel like it just kind of ended there. With those.
When they cut off to the air, when they cut off to the sky, and we saw Mando and Grogu, like I thought we were going to see like a ship, like after they looked, like after they went, vroom, and then you just see like a ship, a little tiny ship, like just of Thrawn looking down at like, oh, Tatooine. This is Tatooine. This is my next. Like have a villain for Book of Boba Fett season 2. Like now we're gonna have to take the Ahsoka series, like, and do flashbacks with it, which I'll enjoy because Thrawn and Ahsoka are my favorite characters. But in reality, do I really want that? No, I want an Ahsoka story from Mandalorian when we saw her in Mando all the way to see how she met Luke. Like in the Obi-Wan series, we're going to see a young Ahsoka. I can't wait because
Let me ask you a
I'll
question. What do
die.
you think about Ahsoka? What do you think about Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka? Like you're really
Personally?
you're true. Like I know you Ashley Eckstein. I know you do, but as you like, there's people like I said. I talk to people and they don't like Rosario Dawson. I think she's great. They don't like the way she's not upbeat like Ashley is. But the fact is that I understand that friggin' Rosario Dawson was pinned to be Ahsoka years ago with that picture that Boss Logic put up years ago, and
with hate in her.
Yeah. So, but a lot of people are like, they could do without her. Like they really, I think she's good, but people are like, there could be other actresses that could have been better as Ahsoka. What do you think?
What I could say about Rosario, everybody knows I love Ashley Eckstein. Everybody knows that's
No,
I
don't know
that. That's you know what, Rick? Hate you. But Rosario, when I saw her in The Mandalorian, I wasn't stunned, I wasn't shocked. But the way how she moved, how she used the Force, how she talked, like it's like a live action Ahsoka. Like you can't people like I don't like when people are like, oh, her headpiece was too short. She couldn't move. Are you serious? You think Rosario Dawson or any actress is gonna wear a big ass or whatever they call it?
Playing with Cad Bane's hat.
Yeah, like really, people
Complain
they
about
just
anything.
picked. They complain about anything. So like
these are just like changes from from animated shows to like a live action. Like you can't
and
have
that's why
exactly the same thing.
And that's why it's very scary to have. That's why I was scared of Ahsoka going live action, because I knew she was going to go live action eventually. I knew she was, but how they would portray her. And Dave, that's Dave Filoni's character. That's no one else's character. But I trust in Dave that he would do the character right, which he did. To me, when she showed up in Mandalorian and when she showed up in Book of Boba, is a whole different Ahsoka. She was having the mannerisms, the hand on her hip. When she met R2 again, now they've met before, also again before this Book of Boba. So I think Rosario Dawson is doing a pretty damn good job. But one thing I could say about Rosario, that she's not gonna, if they do bring back a young Ahsoka, she's not gonna play the young Ahsoka.
No, she's not.
Someone else is gonna play the young Ahsoka. I think I know who it is already. I think if my mind is, I think it's, I don't know her name by heart, but I definitely think that's going to play young Ahsoka. But what people are also mad about is the voice. They thought they were going to use Ashley's voice, but in reality, Ahsoka has grown. You know, Ashley can use a deeper voice, but you're not going to pay an actress how much money Rosario Dawson makes and then let Ashley do the voice. They weren't going to do that. But will we see Ahsoka again in live action? Absolutely. No, not live action. Animation? Absolutely. She'll be in the Bad Batch. How many seasons it goes, Ahsoka will appear at least in a couple episodes of the Bad Batch. And that's how she starts her rebellion. That whole Ahsoka book is going to be retconned, or after she gets her lightsabers and talks to Bail Organa at the end of the book and starts to build the rebellion. That's when we'll see her again. That Bad Batch is going to jump in, and there's going to be another animation show. I don't know what of, but they're coming out with animation movies and shows. And they're building the Jedi High Council again. So Grogu will be sitting on that council, and Ahsoka will be sitting on that council. And Luke. Not Luke, but Ahsoka. That's how I say it.
And
damn, I spoke with words.
Chris Cavalli,
I spoke with words. This is how we end the show, guys. I'll see you later. I'm going to get my chocolate milk. That's what I think of. I love chocolate milk. That's what I think of Rosario Dawson. I don't think she's doing a terrible job. I'm an ultimate Ahsoka fan, but I'm not gonna say she's the best Ahsoka I ever saw in years that I've watched.
Let me
Ahsoka
ask you a question. Besides Ashley and besides Rosario Dawson, an actress that comes to the top of your head that you think she'd do a better job.
Do a better job. There was one. I don't remember her name, but I know the girl. She's what was her name? I have her picture right in my head, but I don't know. Someone posted her. And it was a back-to-back picture of Ahsoka and her, and she looked exactly like it. I don't know who it was, but I was like, I don't know why they didn't get these actresses that look so much like the character. Like, you could pull it off. Like, I understand Rosario Dawson. I understand the color and stuff like that. But you have other people. Like, Ashley could have played Ahsoka.
Look,
but
you gotta
she just
understand
didn't
this.
have the... The mannerisms.
Rosario Dawson, freaking Timothy Olyphant. Those are two high-profile actors and actresses.
They are.
You don't just get for little parts. I'm telling you, like she's playing Ahsoka. They got big plans for her. And Timothy Olyphant as Cobb Vanth, they got big plans for him.
Even Katie Sackhoff.
Yeah, and Katie Sackhoff. So there's you got these top-notch actresses and actors that are portraying these characters. There's a lot of Star Wars coming. Look, this stuff. Celebration is in May. Star Wars Day is in, I think, UK.
The 25th. The 25th
Star
Wars Day, isn't it?
Yeah, so Star Wars Day is basically that. And there's going to be a lot of stuff that's dropped there too and said, but Celebration is going to have other shows. We're going to see, like the Mall show that they're talking about that could possibly be the High Republic, or the Acolyte.
The Scavolitano show. Scavolitano show that's coming out.
Knights of the Republic.
Old Man Fett and Kaitlyn the Sith.
Old Man Fett, Domtober is getting his own show.
But yeah, that's what I think of Rosario Dawson. I like her. She's very sweet. She plays and she studied the character. It's not like she got the role.
Well, you met her a few times. You got pictures with her like crazy.
No, that's Ashley.
Ashley, no, Ashley. I'm saying Rosario Dawson.
But Rosario Dawson actually, I think she is dating the governor of Newark, and Newark is right next to me. So she does live in New Jersey. I don't know where, but she does. She was on the streets somewhere. I don't know. Someone noticed her.
Is he gonna stalk her? Is he gonna stalk her?
No,
Chris is all excited.
Sweet. I'm always excited, but she's very sweet. She even liked my DMs one time and stuff like that. She's very sweet. She was like, "Oh, thank you for the support."
That's actually awesome when you get an actor and actress like your DM.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's really awesome. And then she even said on an Instagram post, like even Ashley, I think must have talked to Rosario or something. Like, I don't know, but like Rosario studied Ahsoka. Like we could see it. Like, and Dave Filoni is not no fool. He's not going to let this character flop. This is his character, just like Thrawn. Like when we see Thrawn, it's going to be way different because it's live action. But will people have their hates about him? Absolutely.
Filoni's his babies are Ahsoka and Cad Bane. Those are his creations. Timothy Zahn created Thrawn. So Thrawn's mannerisms are more based off his novels, his original novels.
Book, yeah.
And they tweaked him in the newer novels and Rebels and stuff like that. But Filoni loves his characters. And whoever Filoni created, he's gonna milk those characters in stories.
Just like with Omega. Like Omega's gonna be a huge part of Star Wars. She is. Like that's just the time. Like Grogu is such a huge Star Wars now, just like Ahsoka, Bo-Katan, like Boba Fett. Like these people are still alive. Omega's bound to go live action. Hunter, like all the clones from like Rex were even getting from Clone Wars. Rumored in the Ahsoka series. Cody is coming back.
Well, I heard they're coming back in the Obi-Wan series. You're gonna get Cody and Obi-Wan. I heard. You're gonna get some Bad Batch members in Obi-Wan. That's one of the big rumors.
Scary.
We're gonna see. But Tamira Morrison's gonna make bank with all his appearances.
Oh yeah, he's in New Zealand now, hot tubbing, but he's coming back.
Yeah, and his back to tank.
He's hot tubbing his back to tank.
Exactly.
Right, but he's gonna make. Yeah, there's so much for Star Wars, and you know what, guys? I just want to say I'm glad that I'm talking to you about Star Wars with you guys. That's all I got to say. You're welcome. You don't have to say thank you, you cunt. You don't have to say that. May
the Force be with you.
Caitlin is so shocked. I love Caitlin. Caitlin's like my
fade away. End scene.
Caitlin's my fave.
Watching you, Chris.
Always.
It's. See, I like this. Look, we have the different point of views on people here, and talking about Star Wars and about things. We all have our characters we love, and all have our characters that we enjoy, and what we enjoy in Star Wars. And it's always cool to see other people's perspectives on series and characters and the way things are going. And like, people may think I'm the harshest critic when it comes to things, but growing up in the original trilogy, it's like growing up in a rich family, because you're spoiled because you got that growing up, and that's what you see in your mind. And when you see the new stuff, you get upset because it's not to where it should be, what you see. Like if you go to a rich family, you're always going to be 9 out of 10 times you're going to be a spoiled brat. You're rich and you don't have to worry about, I'm rich, I got money. So growing up in the original trilogy, we're spoiled because that's what we got and that's what we want. And like I said, I don't believe in any of the toxic stuff. I will never crucify somebody for liking what they like. Everybody deserves to have their own like on things. We all have our own opinions. Everybody has a different opinion, and everybody should like what they like. Shouldn't be forced to like me be like a Boba Fett. I'm not going to force Rick and like a Boba Fett. He has his characters. I'm not going to force you and like a Boba Fett. You like Ahsoka. So we all have these characters that we enjoy growing up. And like I used to hear it all the time. How do you like Boba Fett? He sucks. He had 2 minutes screen time. He did nothing. In the comics, he did everything in the comics. And guess what?
Yeah.
Live action now, he did nothing. But hey, but
he was just staring at his distance, wearing those robes.
Yeah, exactly. But at the end of the day, it's still something I enjoy. And like I said, because of this series, it's not going to make me stop from liking. I'm going to still collect everything I possibly can, and until I can't collect anymore. And hopefully down the road, they make other shows with him in it, and he shows that he still is a badass, that you can't mess with him, and they'll take it from there. Look, if you can make Cad Bane a 72-year-old badass, he's 72 and he's still quick to draw. Boba, look, he always makes me laugh.
That was
Boba
nice.
Fett at this time is in his 30s, almost his 40s. When he fell into the Sarlacc, he wasn't that old.
Yeah.
He's actually 41 at this point. But he's a 61-year-old guy and a 41-year-old guy, which is kind of funny. That makes me laugh. That's actually that's like a, how do you say, Obi-Wan Kenobi. They make me laugh. They said that Tatooine is very harsh on Star Wars characters because Obi-Wan was 57 the way he looked, and no one changed. When you look at the characters, they all look the same, and Obi-Wan was an old man at 57. And look at the.
Do you think they're going to explain that in the show?
They said that because of 2 sons. Come on, they make it fun. What's it in the biker, the chick? They said you got 2 sons. How is she so pale?
You know what? That whole biker gang.
There's a reason.
I like the idea.
Look,
I like the idea.
What?
I say Kayla should have been part of the biker gang. She would have been badass.
Me? Why me?
She would have been like, get off this Tatooine before the Sith come and rule you today. No?
Chris, get off of
Wait, well.
StreamYard.
Stop stiffing that glue.
that whole biker gang, it was just too glossy. It just kind of didn't seem right with the whole Tatooine. It didn't seem right.
But you know what it is? I'm thinking they want to introduce new characters. Something that can fit now. That's something reminds it now, that the kids of today can like the misfits. And there's a lot of misfits out there. So they're trying to make a stand where you could be different type of thing, and to draw more people like, oh, these characters are pretty cool. Look, I like the biker chick. I like the girl who played, because she was in that TV show Yellow Jacket.
Sophia Thatcher.
Yeah, she did a good job. She had the same voice as Felicity Jones in Rogue One.
She did.
Rebellion is built on hope. I like that stuff. But like I said, it's not fair. Look, everything is not for everyone. You may not like it. Somebody else is going to like it. So that's why these shows are all, there's a diverse direction that a lot of these shows go. And it's for everyone. And that's why I'm not, like I said, there are people out there that don't want everyone to love it. They want to be the only one that loves it, which makes no sense. Star Wars is for everyone. That's why I wish they would concentrate on newer things where there's a lot of cool stuff out there. Get away from the Skywalkers, get away from Han Solo, get away from all these characters, and just give us something new. Make new Sith, make new threats.
We need new Jedi. We need new Jedi.
Yeah, new Jedi. Look, you think about it. It's 30 years before A Force Awakens, so you would definitely have 30 years of that time to have different things.
They're gonna add all those new things, but they're just gonna sprinkle Mando and Grogu for the ching, you know.
Well, yeah, that's the sad thing. Look, that's why I'm saying that the stakes
I feel like
were
that's what
much
they did in
higher
the show.
if they would have waited for Grogu to come back in the end of season 3. The end of season 3.
Yeah, I felt
what
like
they
bringing him back.
What they should have did was
undid
like every
season 2.
time they came close to meeting, they missed each other, and you're like, "Oh my god!" It's like Rachel and Ross in Friends wanted them to kiss, and every time you see it, it's gonna happen, and it didn't happen because something blocked them.
I watch Friends all the time.
Yeah, so
I think of all of us, just as friends.
Yeah.
Watching you.
Caleb hates me.
Every time they come together, they miss each other. What are you trying to do to me, dude?
Yeah,
I know, but I'm thinking that it'll make people care more. Think about it.
Damn it!
But
the other way.
Look, I want to see Din Djarin kicking ass because when he's with Grogu, he doesn't kick that much ass as much as he does. But he's still a badass. I want to see Din Djarin like he was in Episode 5 of the Book of Boba Fett.
And in reality, did you see how he handled the Darksaber in this last set? He handled it really good. So I think he had to get focused with Grogu there. He's got his child back. Now I can concentrate. He
has a reason to
so
fight.
I think, look, that's why I think the connection between him and Grogu are bigger than people think. I think he is Force sensitive. He just doesn't know how to bring it out. And him being with Grogu, eventually that Force ability of Din Djarin is going to come out. And I've been saying that since the beginning. Because there's a lot. Grogu is a big part, but actually, I want to see a story. Actually, I really wished what they would do is, I love when they do stories, like future stories, like in the series. You would have the series and then take a break and show a future story. Have Grogu as being older and showing a future story with Grogu that he's talking and there's things going on, and it's like maybe 30 years after Mando, and have him like in a futuristic, even more futuristic setting. Show something like that. But then you have like one episode with that, and then people will be like, "Oh my god, that was awesome!" But then you go back to it, and people will say, "Oh my god, so Grogu is going to be this long." So you could build, I know what they're building. Look, by the time all this shit comes out, I'm going to be 52 this year. I'll be 60 years old when the next friggin' movie comes out. When the next stuff, it's like, how much longer can I?
Can't wait.
I can't be young like all you guys.
Rick,
I was. I was at one point.
Dom, you're younger than all of us.
You're fine, Dom. You're still kicking.
My mental capacity, my immaturity is young. You guys, I may be old. Other ways, but I'm thinking my immaturity is way down there.
But guys, before we go, Rick, final thoughts.
I thought you were gonna say "F me" again.
Not yet. That's
it's coming. Just wait.
Yeah, just wait. That's coming. Let's see what you get out. What happened, Rick?
Follow me on StarWars.Rick on Instagram.
I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Kaitlyn, final thoughts. Anything you want to say before we leave, and then your social medias.
I was pretty pleased with the season finale. I'm very, very excited for the future of Star Wars. I think there's a lot of potential in every direction. Let's hope Disney doesn't ruin anything else for us, because I'm going to tell you what, anything goes wrong with the Kenobi series and Vader's involved, I'm going to be very upset. So, it's the wrath of Kaitlyn the Sith. And by the way, that's where you can find me on Instagram and TikTok. Cool.
Dom, final thoughts? And
like I said, I enjoyed
on social medias.
I enjoyed the entire series. I did. There was a lot of mishaps, a lot of missed opportunities that they could have definitely put out there. But overall, am I satisfied? No. I want more. Like Cairo would say, more. But I was satisfied with the ending. It is what it is. It's like, there's more story, and like I said, introducing brand new characters into the fold and more lore. They're gonna have more books, they're gonna have more comics, they're gonna have a bunch of things coming out. So we'll get more story, more backing of as characters go on, and they'll introduce new stuff. And as for where you can find me, IG, Domtober, aka Old Man Fett. Also, you can catch me on Sundays on with the Dark Side Crew, exclusively on Renovision. I'll be there this Sunday, and unfortunately, I lost the draft, which kind of pissed me off because we had it. But it is what it is. But other than that, it's always a great time to see you guys and be on the show, and hopefully we can do a round table, talk about the up and coming shows, and hopefully what we can expect. What we
Guys,
want.
I'm really gonna miss each and every one of you, except for Rick. But Kaitlyn and Dom, I really missed you guys.
Can I say my final thoughts? I didn't say my final
because you
thoughts.
weren't listening.
You weren't listening, Rick. All right, go ahead, Rick. I'll let you have this one.
Okay, thank you, Chris. Just happy to be back for this finale of Book of Boba Fett, and I'm so excited for the future of Star Wars. I think Kenobi's the next big thing, but before that we'll be having the Bad Batch, and let's see what they show us. A little unsatisfied with the series. It was just a weird series throughout with the backlashes of the memories, and then like Boba not being there, and then just not a cliffhanger of a finale. But let's see how they do in these other shows. I mean, there's got to be some good stuff out there coming soon.
Yeah,
To a far, far away galaxy near you soon.
it's a big galaxy, but very small.
I just want to thank Dom, Rick, and Kaitlyn. Love you guys so much, and Nilda too. Nilda can't be here with us today, but shout out to her. You guys are the best. You guys make the show what it is. I don't do anything. I just sit here and drink 10 gallons of water as you guys speak, and I just drink. And play with this ball by Grogu. See the ball? And I just play with a hot toy.
Yeah, I bet you like
you
to
guys
play
make
with
this
balls.
You opened it up. Why?
You know what, Kaitlyn? Fuck you, Kaitlyn.
Am I in the same category as Rick now? I just want to know. I just want to clear the air on that.
Sounds like it.
You gave me that opening, and I took it. I sailed right through.
I gave you an
First
opening.
of all,
You're right.
we were all thinking it. I'm just the only one who said it.
I wasn't. No, I wasn't.
Thank you, Rick. Thank you.
Why?
Look, we all.
Why?
I wasn't thinking that, but we all know where Kaitlyn's mind's going, so that's okay.
Yeah. Kaitlyn's a Sith. That's the evil way to think.
I'm a Sith. What do you expect?
But thank you, Kaitlyn. Thank you, Rick. Thank you, Dom. Like I said, you guys make the show what it is. I really appreciate you guys coming on every single week and talking about Star Wars with me. I just love you guys so much, and I can't wait to meet everyone in person when I get the chance to. Guys, make sure you guys subscribe down below to the YouTube channel, The Scavolitano Show, for all that fun Star Wars jazziness. I'm not going to go through the order because ain't nobody got time for that. And then be kind to one another. May the Force be with you all. Always, guys.
Always.
Bye!
Bye.
In my life, when you find people who need your help, you help them, no matter what.